All right, today we're going to break down a really simple but incredibly powerful 10-minute system. It's from creator Matt Gray, and it's designed to help you just smash through procrastination and burnout. Okay, let's dive right in.
You ever have that feeling, where you're just trapped? You're caught in this loop of overthinking, and every big goal you have just seems to lead to more analysis paralysis. It's a horrible feeling, right? That inertia that just keeps you from moving forward.
Well, what if a tiny 10-minute routine every day could change all of that? The promise here is huge. We're talking about a simple, actionable system that can help you make progress faster than 99% of people out there. It's not about some massive life-altering change overnight, but a small, consistent commitment every single day. So here's how we're going to tackle this. We're breaking it down into 4 key parts. First, we'll look at the overall promise. Then, we'll cover ignition, how to just get started. After that, acceleration, how you build up speed. And finally, direction, how you find your single most important focus. It's a super clear roadmap to get you out of that stuck feeling for good.
Okay, so before we get into the nitty-gritty of how it all works, let's just take a look at the entire system from a bird's eye view. This is your 5-step, 10-minute daily roadmap. And here it is, 5 simple steps, just 10 minutes a day. You start with a 2-minute mental cleanse to just clear out all the noise. Then a 2-minute momentum multiplier to lock in a small win. After that, a quick 1-minute discomfort challenge to push your boundaries. Next, a 2-minute ship messy protocol to get over perfectionism. And you finish with a 3-minute one-domino decision to find your focus. Each step is super quick, but believe me, together they build incredible momentum.
All right, let's jump into our first section and see how this thing gets going. This is ignition, and it's all about overcoming that initial inertia. You know that feeling when the hardest part is just getting started? Well, that's a real thing in physics, and it's true for us too. These first 2 steps are designed to give you that critical first push to get moving.
Step 1, the mental cleanse. For 2 minutes, you literally just do a brain dump. You write down everything, every unfinished task, every worry, every random idea bouncing around in your head. Now, this is way more than just making a to-do list. There's some real neuroscience here. Your brain is actually hardwired to see starting something as the most difficult part. This simple brain dump tricks your brain into taking a tiny, low-stakes action, and that breaks the cycle of overthinking.
And this quote from Pharrell Williams just nails it. All those fears, all those pressures, they're just distractions. The mental cleanse is your tool to get them out of your head and onto paper so you can finally clear the way for focused action.
So next up is step 2, the momentum multiplier. Instead of getting overwhelmed by some massive goal, you just focus on one small, achievable win for the day. Think about Jerry Seinfeld. His daily goal wasn't to write a blockbuster TV show. Nope, it was just to write one good joke every single day. This is so powerful because our brains are wired to crave completion. Getting that one small win gives you a little hit of satisfaction that just fuels the next action. And that one tiny daily action? Well, it compounded, big time. The value of the Seinfeld show is now estimated at over $7.6 billion. It's just a crazy reminder that tiny, consistent daily actions can lead to absolutely massive results in the long run. Okay, so you've got ignition, the engine is running, now it's time for acceleration. These next 2 steps are all about pushing past the 2 biggest dream killers there are, the fear of discomfort and the trap of perfectionism. Step 3 is the 1-minute discomfort challenge. This is about rewiring your brain to move towards the things you'd normally avoid. And the tool for this is Mel Robbins' famous 5-second rule. The moment you hesitate on something, you just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you physically move. It's a simple brain hack to override hesitation and just take that messy first action. And the beautiful thing is, you can scale this. You don't have to start by doing something terrifying. You can start small, like trying a new kind of food. Then you build up to the intermediate stuff, like finally asking for that raise. And eventually, you'll have the courage for those expert-level, life-changing moves. The goal is just to make discomfort a habit. And that leads us perfectly into step 4, the ship messy protocol. This is all about the 70% rule. Matt Gray actually admitted he said it's not ready yet 127 times before starting his company. He finally launched it when it was only 70% done. And that was the key.
This chart shows you exactly why. If you launch at 40%, it's too early. You might even hurt your reputation. But if you wait until 90%, you've waited way too long. You've missed out on valuable feedback, maybe even the whole market opportunity.
70%. That's the sweet spot. It's good enough to be valuable, but it's early enough that you can learn and iterate based on what people actually want.
I mean, this is the entire spirit behind Mark Zuckerberg's famous motto, right? Move fast and break things. In a world that's moving this quickly, speed and iteration are your biggest advantages. Perfectionism is actually a liability. You've just got to get stuff out there.
But listen, all this speed and momentum is totally useless if you're headed in the wrong direction. And that brings us to the final and honestly the most crucial part of this whole system, finding your domino. This is where we shift from how you work to what you work on.
This is the core idea behind step 5, the one domino decision. And it's so simple. The reason most of us feel stuck is because our energy is scattered across a dozen different priorities. The goal here is to channel all of that energy into one single point of maximum impact. So how do you find it? You ask yourself this one focusing question. What is the one thing that, if I do it, will make everything else easier or even unnecessary? For Matt Gray, his mentor gave him the answer. He said, set your audience on fire. And after thinking about that for a long time, Matt realized his one domino was creating exceptional content. Everything else was just a distraction.
And once you find your domino, the whole game changes. Your job isn't to do a million things anymore. Your job is to do one thing and do it exceptionally well. The goal becomes simple. Just get 1% better at that one thing every single day.
And the result of that small, focused improvement? It's not what you'd think. It's exponential. Getting 1% better every day doesn't make you 365% better in a year. No, because of the power of compounding, it makes you nearly 37 times better. Just let that sink in for a second. That incredible 37x improvement doesn't come from one single moment of perfection. It comes from hundreds of messy, imperfect, but consistent daily actions. And that's why this quote from Winston Churchill is just the perfect summary for this whole philosophy. It's not about waiting for the perfect plan, it's about taking action and letting momentum build one good enough day at a time. And if you really commit to this 10-minute system, the transformation happens incredibly fast. On day 1, you're just going to feel clear. By day 30, you'll be amazed at how much you've actually accomplished. And in just 90 days, you could be operating at a level you never thought possible, with your dominoes just falling at record speed.
So this whole system really comes down to one final question for you. Forget about next week, forget about tomorrow. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the single most important domino that you can push right now, today?